All right, who do we got here? Herbert, Raylyn, Stacy. All right, y'all are in for a treat. Okay, so I wanted to start off by just saying that from now on, because part of the challenge with teaching AI is that number one, I'm teaching to a bunch of realtors that, you know, your minds are in different places at all times. You're getting text messages and all this. And so because of that, I know that last week we got into like settings and stuff like that. We're not going to do anything like that. So my number one rule from now on is, and by the way, nobody even said anything. You guys took it like a champ, took it right on the chin. Y'all kept trying, y'all kept doing this. From now on, rule number one is it's got to be simple. We're not going to get into settings or anything like that. And number two, there's only one rule. That's it. I'll leave it that. So here's my big surprise for you guys. So what does anybody remember what we covered last week?
Setting up emails that automatically
Send themselves. Okay. So we have something very, very similar, except this time it's going to be a lot easier. And by that, I just want to say that a part of what the value that you guys pay for in command, yes.
Stacy's louder, it's hard to hear you.
Let me see if I switch microphones. I think this is one of them sometimes is a little weaker than the other. Tight, Stacy. All right, hopefully this one's better. All right, so last week we talked about all of the email stuff, but the cool thing is a part of your package is, drum roll please, everyone as a part of your command package gets an automatic Gemini Pro account. Just like ChatGPT, you have to buy for Plus and Pro, you get built in your Google package with command with KW, you get a Pro account with Gemini. And Gemini is, it's ChatGPT's equivalent competitor. But I'm going to chat with you guys about some of the pros and cons real quickly. The main thing that I will tell you is one of the pros is that it's built by Google, which means you have virtually all of Google's entire search that it understands, including images. Now, what you're about to see is actually really mind-blowing because Gemini not only can do a lot of stuff what ChatGPT does, but it also can not only generate images, but it can generate videos. Like that is mind-blowing. It's a part of your pro account. So where you have to start, let's jump right into it. And then I actually have a handout, but I wanted to surprise you guys. And so we're just going to jump right into it, and it'll be very, very straightforward. So the way to get your Gemini Pro account is to log into your email. So in other words, make sure that your KW account is logged in. So most of you guys are. If you're on your laptop, you open up your browser. I know you use Outlook. Do you use Outlook on your laptop?
I just got my laptop back
Oh.
from my daughter.
So I highly recommend that you guys use, by the way, this is just a side note. I highly recommend that you use Chrome. And real quickly, in a 30-second elevator speech, here's why. So Keller Williams has struck up a business contract with Google. Just remember that. It's like Keller Williams approached Google, Google liked it, and they basically said, hey, you make emails, you created an email platform that is one of the best. You have a lot of you have an amazing, what they call a dev team, which is a development team. And so we use their email strengths and with our world. So everybody check this out. So when you're logged in, you're going to go to where? Gemini. Are you guys with me? I don't like teaching realtors. You guys are so elsewhere. What? Exactly. Gemini.google.com. Now, I've already turned it on. So when you go there, when you go to gemini.google.com, it automatically logs you in to your Pro account. So over here, you have some stuff kind of like ChatGPT does. But basically, when you go there and you hit enter, it's going to ask you like, agree. Go ahead and go there, gemini.google.com, and hit enter. And then I think it asks you something like, do you agree? So like all this fine legal talk. Basically, you agree to not do anything illegal is what it says. So, and I need you to agree with that, please. Let's move this over here just a little bit. So, just real quickly, yeah, mine, I've been using mine, that's why. So it's going to look a little different.
Yes.
Click on that. Yeah, see, I don't even remember what it looks like. Thank you, Carrie. Now, everybody look over here on the top right. You see how it says that's my Gmail? Click on your picture right there and I'm sorry, click on this pro or picture, sorry. You see how, let me minimize this. Oh, well, let's move this over here. You see how I'm logged in with Gmail and it says pro? So you have a pro account right there. You're already logged in. So basically, yes. Do you have a KW email address? Yes. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. So if you don't, you can create one, but I'm pretty sure you do. Actually, there are some agents, and I don't think you were one of them, but there are some agents that just kind of say, I'm not interested in creating a KW email. I basically know of two since I've been there for the last couple of years. So I don't think many of you guys, but yes, if you don't have one that you know of, I can definitely log in and give it to you later. So
Can you tell me what I need to do? So I can't get into my laptop.
do it on your laptop.
I
So
can't get into my laptop, so
you can't get into it?
I can't get into my
Oh,
laptop.
I'm sorry. I'm not going to deal with cell phones right now. I don't even know what.
Oh, okay, so you
Like-
can't do it on your cell phone.
Well, you can, but you just basically have to go to Gemini, just try to log into your KW on your browser. So go to, are you on Chrome? Yeah. Okay, so the principle stays the same. So if you are, yes.
I'll catch up.
Cesar,
We'll just do it like this.
Can I see it real quick?
Cesar, I logged in with my personal.
No, I'm on Safari. So sorry. I'm on-
Yeah, it'll work if you're logged in, but you won't have a pro account. Your pro account comes through your KW credentials, if that makes any sense.
I'm on-
Yeah, once you find Chrome and just go to,
I logged in with my private Google,
Yeah.
and then I switched to the Kill Williams and it went to Pro automatically.
yes, good. So basically, when you switch to your KW account, it'll plug you into the pro. Do you have yours or? Yes.
We pointed out, on the top of yours, it says 2.5 Pro, mine says flat.
Yeah, it's the same stuff. I switched it because I'm a coder and you can, these are just different versions, but I've been coding and I don't think y'all need to know about all this. And so I'm coding stuff for the office that I'm building, but basically let's just jump right in here and we're going to look at a couple of things. So you're saying that you can't log in to your laptop, right? Are you in your laptop? Like, have you unlocked it or your password or whatever? Oh, is there anything that we can help you with, is what I'm asking.
You go
Oh,
on with your
okay,
class.
okay.
I'll keep trying.
All right. So let's just open up a new chat and let's just do a couple things here. What I did here was I kind of wanted to pass this out, but I also wanted to kind of go one at a time. We're going to do some real estating stuff like, this is actually something that's really cool that we're going to start with. One of the first places that we're going to start with is creating an ideal client persona. Does anybody know what that is? An ideal client persona? Anybody? So would any of you guys feel like you have a niche? Is there any way I can get in here? I'm sorry, I don't want you guys burning up. So an ideal client persona is One of the first things about marketing, is knowing who you're targeting, knowing who you're talking to. Do you talk to your spouse the same as you do your coworkers? I do. She is one. But the whole point is, if you speak to your clients in the language that is ideal for them, so that is what creating an ideal persona is. Depending on your market that you're aiming at. So we're going to use one to create an ideal client persona. And this will be awesome because wow, I made exactly the right amount of copies. Except I didn't get to keep one. So and there's that. Yeah, we'll share access. So one of the things the handout says is, basically, it's creating a profile so that whatever you do, you basically are speaking your client's language. Now, this is just a marketing thought, but this is not a marketing class, but I wanted to just kind of show you guys, and you guys know about ChatGPT, you guys know about how this works, about the prompts. That's basically what we're talking about. But more than anything, one of the things that I want to say to everyone in here is to always, if you are interested in class, and this is just a general rule of thumb, because one of the things that this kind of AI class can do is basically spark something in you. Have you guys ever noticed the longer you've been doing this, Jake comes in just about every day, Nanette comes in every day, Carrie's always here, Carrie lives here, she has a pillow over there. Alex is here every day. The more you are around here, not only do you get to talk real estate, but don't ever, one of the biggest things that one of the best salesmen in the Lee Summit office told me is, he said, I don't always come around the office just to hang out. I come around the office because I'm always in a sense of masterminding. And sometimes you just hear one thought. You can even hear it in conversation that had nothing to do with you. You may see the values, you may see something, hear somebody talk about something, and it will spark an idea inside of you. That's this AI class. But that's also the power of going through these little exercises, is just allowing yourself to potentially spark an idea. So one of this ideal client is to build kind of like an understanding of not necessarily your niche, but building an understanding of who you're talking to. Have you guys ever heard of your RAS? Not your AS, your RAS, reticular activating system. Have you guys ever heard of that? So it's a part of your brain that is like a radar. Have you guys ever bought a blue car and then you see blue cars everywhere? Or a red car and you see a red car everywhere? I've been a speed reader for 29 years, which means I can read a book of 300 pages, probably in about 5 minutes or 7 minutes. And the reason, one of the biggest things you do is you turn that radar on and you tell your brain, this is what I'm looking for. And your brain will find it. You have to train yourself how to do that. The same thing applies here when it comes to certain things in your mind. When you are going to build an ideal client profile, it basically turns your focus on that type of a client, and you'll be surprised how many ideas you can get. So one of the basic things that I wanted to do is maybe have one of you guys maybe throw out an ideal client that you like to reach. Anybody have anyone? For example, let me just say it this way. When we were at Lee Summit, there was one that focused on retirement age couples. And so obviously the verbiage there is going to be very, very different. So let's just start. Does anybody have any ideas of like an ideal client? An investor? All right. So we could just write, now this is not a formula. We're just literally being fluid here and we can write it together. What would the prompt be? We would like, or I would, or how about this? Let's create an ideal client profile for investors. So you say something like, think like an investor and use investor language. So Tim, everyone gets a Gemini Pro account with KW. I don't know if you knew that, but I'm excited.
I know that.
Yes, you go to gemini.google.com and you log in your Gmail first, and it says Pro up here, Gemini. So it's a part of your tech package. That rocks. So
You say like real estate investor?
yeah, there you go. Good point.
Right?
Um, give me content I am about to ask you. And by the way, this is just totally making this up. To ask for in a way that hooks them and makes them want to call me. Now, obviously, you guys know how prompts are, but I'm just more than anything, if you go down this list, and by the way, one of the things that I've been working on is on our side note, real quickly, because this is important for all of us. In our southlandlinks.com, which by the way, if you don't know where southlandlinks.com is, it's just the way I just said it. It's southlandlinks.com. So I built this from scratch, even though it mirrors our flow page. It is our homemade flow page. But one of the things I'm going to put in here is a button that it just says AI content or AI tools. You're going to click on it. A little screen's going to pop up with our teachings, with these documents, any kind of documents or whatever that I put on. So it'll make all these downloadables very accessible. So so going back over here, the reason I'm telling you guys is because anything that we put out definitely will be there on that. But back to here. So you guys know all about prompts and whatever, but any other ideas on that, Jake?
Yeah, maybe like, single family, like smaller individuals, getting into investing versus like apartment complex, stuff like that.
That you're looking for one or?
Yeah, cause I don't really target like big commercial real estate investors, more like residential, income, single family
Yeah,
investors, so maybe some of that,
yeah, okay. So,
like making it a part of their retirement plan, kind of like.
yeah, exactly. So that brings up a great point by Jake. So I'm going to open up this notepad, and Stacy, you may not be able to see it, so I am so sorry because it's a different screen, but all I'm going to do is write down a couple thoughts. Here's a couple of steps that I want to give everybody. Steps to writing a good prompt. And I know this sounds simple, but I wanted to get you guys this because of what Jake just said. So what he's talking about is an investor and some of the stuff that Jake kind of basically looks for. But one of the things that you have to understand about a prompt is like that conversation with Jake and the content can go anywhere. Obviously, AI is very powerful, but it cannot read minds. So here's the main thing that you want to start with when you're writing a prompt. You have to ask yourself this one question. What is the outcome I want? So what is the outcome you want, Jake? You want investors to call you? You want them to send you houses? Are you looking for investors? Are you looking for houses they have? Like,
Yeah, what I
Yeah.
like to do is, kind of talk to people that wouldn't normally be looking for real estate and get them interested in investing in real estate as part of retirement.
okay.
Been in the house for 40 years, but they're never gonna move, but creating business for people like that.
So you're the investor, in other words. And you're looking for just somebody that wants to say that again?
So I'm looking for clients that aren't necessarily wanting to move, but just plan for retirement and build an investment portfolio.
Oh, that they want to. Okay, cool.
Yeah, but not necessarily wanting to move themselves.
Okay.
Without being flippant.
Yeah, without being flippant.
That's a great idea.
Yeah. So the reason I write this down is what is the outcome I want is just like Jake. Like you have to understand, like the robot will create anything. So AI will create anything, but always start with the outcome. And then secondly, you got to give the AI a role. Give AI a role. In other words, act like you are, and then fill in the blank. Act like you are the top marketing creator for, reaching people that want to, and then fill in the blank with what Jake said. And then the third one is ask the AI, this is really powerful, to better your prompt, not your outcome, but your prompt. Now watch this. Some of what Jake said, I want to, oh, ask the AI to better your prompt for you. That's probably not the best language. But I'm going to copy this real quick. I'm going to paste it down here. By the way, when you are in these little chat fields, if you hit enter, that's what happens. But in order to go to the next line and hit enter without it sending AI to do all that, you hold down the shift and hit enter. It's a programming tool. It's a little programming trick. So if you hold down shift and you hit enter, see, it keeps going without having. So check this out. I want to read, I'm going to just kind of butcher this, but I'm going to write a little bit of what Jake said. So I want to reach individuals.
Ages probably like 40 to 60.
Ages 40 to 60. Who would want, and we're just going to move on. So in other words, I'm going to butcher this, but it's okay. I'm going to show you the whole point is I'm going to ask it to make me a prompt that I can turn back around and give it. And this is how you create incredibly insightful stuff. So who want to build an investment port. Maybe using me as an agent or something. I want to create marketing material. Watch this. So I hold shift, hit enter, create. Oh, watch this. So let's do what I said. That's our outcome. Now we're going to tell it to act like, we're going to give it a role, act like. This is Cesar language. Act like you're the most savage and incredible marketing expert in the planet. Create me a prompt get the most out of my material. Create me a prompt I can turn around and use on you. All right. Thanks for listening to all this, guys. So what we did is we chose an outcome. Number two, we told it to act like something. And then number three, we're asking it to create a prompt for us. So we're going to go ahead and enter. Now watch what it does. We did these three things right here. So watch what it says. It's developing developing a framework. Look at this, defining the prompt's components. Check this out. This has got a little bit of an attitude, by the way. Forget ideal client profiles, that's passive. We're not creating a profile, we're building a target acquisition blueprint. Okay, calm down there, sir. So this is, look what it did here. So it created this entire thing for you. Now, I'm going to copy this so everybody understand what we did here. We followed these three steps. Are y'all with me?
Yeah.
Yes. All right. So we basically didn't get marketing material, we got a prompt. Does everybody understand that? Now, we're going to go over here, and in ChatGPT, they have project folders. Here they're called gems. And basically, it's the custom little GPTs that we were creating last week. It's the same thing. So when you create explore gems, Now I copied that prompt, by the way, but we're going to go put it somewhere. Here, you're going to go to new gem, and basically this is Google language. So instead of a custom GPT, they call it a gem. So watch what happens when I hit new gem. Does everybody know how I got here? Over here on the left, it says explore gems. It takes you here, and then we're going to go to new gem. And then it kind of looks familiar than the painful thing that we did last week. But we're not going to get into this like we did last week. All we're going to do this is we're going to name it investor marketing AI or something like that, whatever you want. Is this too much? Yeah.
Basically, anything like your.
No, I was just there. So it's that little blue button on the right. New gem.
Typed all that stuff in and it disappeared, so I'm like.
No, it's right here on the left. It's on your history right here. All right, so we're going to take the prompt and we're going to paste it right into the instructions. No, not yet. No. No, I just got here and I'm just trying to actually slow down. I don't realize I'm just kind of, I know everybody's, but basically we created a prompt using what instructions? These. And then it gave us, now think about it. You can go home and you can try these three things. Define your outcome, what you want, give it a role, and tell it to write you a prompt. Then come create this little gem. So now we're going to hit save. Now, one quick thing, and we're going to jump right off of this and go ahead, whole different direction, is you can apply knowledge right here. You can upload documents right here. So one of the things for you, Jake, sorry, I'm used to seeing your name on the checks, but Jacob, is if you have some like potential house examples and some example ideal houses, or even an ideal document, like if somebody like your ideal client, any kind of document, put it right here. And then in the instructions, you tell it, refer to the documents that the knowledge documents, refer to my documents. Those are my ideal house. Those are my ideals. So you basically tell it instructions, but you can upload documents for it to specialize in. And then we save it. Now, there's two things that I wanted to do right here. I wanted to kind of show you guys this of how prompts, that's actually called prompt engineering, which by the way, you can actually go to college now and get a prompt engineering degree, which is really odd because we just created it using AI, but there are individuals that get full-time jobs making good money, just literally prompt engineering. Because most people don't take the steps to understand these very little steps right here. Just kind of have them some definition and an approach. Now, I'm not going to save this because what this will do is two things. It will create a gem that I don't want to use because I'm not going to target that. But basically, when you go to explore gems, now it'll be basically a pre-built AI for you that you can use. And then you can just come right over here and say, generate a flyer for me or generate this for me. Now, the other thing that I wanted to tell everybody is in order for you to delete your Gemini history, you actually have to have what's called super administrative rights, which none of us have. Because there's pros and cons. One of the things about KW is, or our KW account is that's all through international, and the Gemini Pro account is the same. So in order for you to, like, you can right click these, you can three dot them. It doesn't have a delete button on them. So whatever you use in Gemini, it is a paid, full-blown funded account. It is a pro account. Like, it's got a lot of pro features, but it cannot be deleted, which I know that I don't have to tell anybody not to do anything illegal, but it was more about making sure that whatever you have personally, that's something that I would probably save for ChatGPT or a different AI. Like, here's my 12, months bank statements. Please analyze them for me and give me a one-page printout for my accountant. And ChatGPT will take all your bank statements. We've already talked about that. Give you one statement. My wife and I used to literally spend 3-4 days highlighting, arguing about who spent that $3,000 or 2,000 or even 25 bucks. I thought you weren't going to eat there anymore. No, I'm kidding about that. But it was just this whole long drawn out process. OpenAI can do that, and OpenAI keeps everything private. Gemini, since it is through your KW account, it does save everything. So if you use it for work, you don't have to worry about it. But anything personal, that's why you may want a ChatGPT. The other thing that I wanted to turn into is completely different, but kind of same. Let me just pause that. Before I move on from this, anybody have any questions about this? I know this was like one example. I'm about to show you. And that's a great question. And I'm glad that you asked. You served me up the soft pitch softball right there. Soft pitch. Does anybody have a question about this before we move on? Okay. So I did y'all dirty last week because we all cried internally because we were building a part into ChatGPT that would take, set me an appointment in my calendar or, create an event in my calendar or whatever. Well, guess what? Since Gemini is from Google, you can turn that on easily. And that's what we're about to do. And a couple of things that I wanted to tell you is, since it is, most of our worlds, I'm assuming most of you guys also use Google Calendar, since it's your KW and it works through the Google platform. So you can turn on the Gmail app, and it's technically all of the Google Workplace apps, and it allows you to work through Gemini. It can read all your emails, create emails for you. It can set appointments in your calendar. It can cancel appointments in your calendar. I believe it can cancel. I know it can create them. It can look up documents and files in your Google Docs. That is crazy. You can tell Gemini, find the last email I received from Tim Crable and tell me what it was. We're about to do that, by the way. So not about Tim, but I'm thinking about somebody else, like maybe, I don't know what you've sent me last, but I don't want to. Yeah. 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 Tim is typically like, hey, you're going to have this referral check coming in or something like that. But here's how you do it. So you go over here to your picture. No, you don't. Over here on the bottom left, it looks different. Okay. So we're about to shift gears here. So any questions before I do? All right. So we're going to go down here on the bottom left, and we're going to go to apps. When you go to apps, I don't think any of you guys are going to be using GitHub, which is more for coders and programmers, but like this GitHub right here. But if you scroll down to the bottom, here's all of your Google Workplace. So check out what this connects. Google Docs, which, by the way, I know that I like using Microsoft Word, but Google Docs is basically a Google document is like Google's version of Microsoft Word. As a matter of fact, you can upload a Google Word document. You can also create something in Google Doc and download it as a Microsoft Word document. But here, what this implies is you can basically just tell Gemini, create me a Google document, analyzing this email, turn it into a chart, and give me the link to the Google document. We're going to do probably experiments, something like that. But Gmail, Google Doc, Google Keep, does anybody know what Google Keep is? It's a Post-it note. It's a notepad with a lot of pretty cool stuff in it. So you can also say, hey, turn this into a note for me. And by the way, every one of these things that we're reading right here, all 6 of these are actually their own standalone apps in your app store on your phone. So you can have Gemini create you a note and open up your Google Keep app, and there it is. That's cool. Or vice versa, check this out. You can open up your Google Keep app and create a note on your phone, speak to it, do all this kind of stuff, take notes on a client even, do whatever you want. And then you can tell Gemini what to do with it. You can say, hey, I took notes on Shelby Eckert, and I want you to turn the notes into an email. And I want you to create me an email and a follow-up, date it for this Thursday at 8 a.m., put it in my drafts folder. And we're going to do that. That's cool. Google Calendar, Google Drive, and Google Tasks. You can say, hey, set me a reminder to do this task, and it'll do that. So all you got to do is switch this button on. Does everybody do that? All right. So obviously I have it turned on So now we're going to go play around with it. So what we're going to do is just a couple of the cool things here. Come on. I'm wondering if, oh, I don't think this is, I have, bear with me guys, I have this thing turned on. Give me 1 second. Power tools. This is none of y'all's business, so don't worry about it. In other words, don't, oh, it is Control T, okay. Give me 1 second, I promise you. Let's make that different. Let's do this. Oh, it's Control. Windows Control T. Okay, let's not do that. All right, well, it's not letting me create a new chat. Oh, there it is. All right. So now we're just going to tell it to something simple. What's a good calendar reminder?
Bonus the next day.
So maybe that's like an email though. So you want to do that? Like, write me an email to send Shelby. What's your email address? Reminding her, which by the way, there is a cool Gemini app. And so you open it up on your phone and you can talk to it. So you can just talk to it and just say, hey, send me a reminder, blah, blah, blah. Tell Shelby this, email her. Send me a reminder reminding her about pictures tomorrow at 2. Let's just see what it does. I don't even know what it'll do, actually. I've never had it do this. I'm pretty sure it's going to, yep, there it is. So check this out. So this is literally a Gmail window. And if you look at it, here, what is this? My page. I literally think I told it to create a web page, and I'm not going to do that. What? Oh. Let's stop. Yeah, guys, I accidentally told it to create a website, which I didn't want that. Here's another one. Let's see. Oh,
So it's saying it's unable to send emails directly from this interface.
are you logged into your KW though?
No.
Yeah,
But I'm logged into my Google.
right. Here, let's do this. Create. Oh, oh, of course, here's a draft. I don't think I put it in my drafts, did it? No. So let's, instead of write me an email, create me a draft. And then paste it. Oh, man. How about this? Put it. I wonder if you could tell it to put it in. Come on. My draft folder. Oh, me. Well, this is funny because I did it at my office over here. So, all right, well, you can copy and paste it. Let's try another thing. For some reason, like I literally in my office, I'm wondering if I have a, I wonder if I have like a security thing on it. Here's another one. Search my email. Let's see if we could do this. Was the last email from Tim Crable? And give me 2 sentences. See, so it connected to my workspace. What did you email me about, Tim?
Not sure.
There you go. Last email from Tim was a brief thank you all. That sounds just like Tim. This was a response to an email thread about correcting a check that was $50 short for a property commission. Oh yeah, that comes in today. So so you can tell it to analyze your emails. Here's one that I read. I don't know if I put it on here, but one of the cool things that you can do is you can tell, like, have you guys ever had like a trouble type client that's kind of giving you a little bit of a hassle, maybe a little bit,
No.
and argued with you, or like you can tell it to analyze the last 3 emails, or you can even tell it analyze the last few emails from Tim Crable in which he was upset with the way the deal went down. And y'all ready for this? Identify his objections and give me 3 solid good points to basically dialogue with him about, to basically objection handling. And so what Gemini will do will blow your mind. So in other words, you can tell it to go into your email, understand whatever Tim's point was or whatever your client's point was, identify, even you can say, identify their top frustration and give me some dialogue and some objection handling thoughts, and it will do that. Let's do something with the Google Calendar.
Time out for a minute.
Yes. Are you logged into your KW?
Am I in the right place?
Did you just create a new chat? Oh, look at, I don't know. What does it say? Can you show me your screen? Did you turn on the app, by the way? Yeah. Interesting. One of the things that I would recommend is make sure if that happens to log out of your personal email, personal Gmail, because it may be trying to access your other email accounts. Tell it to search your KW email. How about that? Hey, how about this one? How about create a note for me in Google Keep, reminding me that I am awesome. Let's just see what it does. Thank you. Does this say the same thing? It says we cannot access your email or whatever? Oh, is that what you were doing? So mine's saying the same thing. So we're just trying to break it to see what it can and what it can't do. So did you try the email, like create me an email address? Oh, so you were exploring on your own with Google Keep. Yeah, I don't know why it can't create a Google Keep note, but okay. What was your prompt or what did you tell it? Just,
Create a note in Google Keep reminding me that I am awesome. And it says, I've created a new note in Google Keep titled, I am awesome.
I'm wondering, what version do you have up here? Pro? Do you know what you have? What does yours say on the top left?
Mine says 2.5 flash.
Mine's down in the bottom. It's, yeah, 2.5 flash.
I wonder if this one, oh yeah, Flash, okay. Let's see if this one works. Create.
Switching at the top.
Yes.
Oh.
Which, by the way, I had that other one because, yep, that's it. So I had that because I was coding. But yeah, go to this one right here, fast all around help. So click on that Gemini up here and you need the fast all around. So it's more of a generic AI. And so it'll create a Google Note for you. You just tell it, hey, remind me, blah, 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 whatever you want. So make sure that's probably part of your restriction there, Becky. Yes, Flash. Read this little descriptions right up here, Becky, and make sure it says fast all around help. I'm pretty sure. So turn it to Flash and then ask it. Let's move on to a task. I wonder if it'll create a task. Create a task to discuss compliance issues with Nanette.
I have a lot of.
Oh, do you? I don't know if you do actually. Well, since Amber helps you, you're never in compliance. She's awesome with that. So check this out. I'm wondering if you can create a task and set an alarm for me today at 10:51 a.m., which is in 1 minute. I'll see if my phone. I don't know if I can do this. Yep, it's going into Google Tasks. I've created 2 items for you in Google Tasks, a task and a reminder alarm. I don't have Google Tasks downloaded. But that's pretty cool. If you have your Google Tasks downloaded, no shame on me. But the other thing about that is you can just talk to it like it's an assistant that it can. So if I were you guys, I would have the Gemini app downloaded and talk to it. Use the speech to text and talk to it like a personal assistant. So you can have it create emails, set reminders, create tasks, Google Calendar, Google Documents. Did you do something with this, Shelby, you'd like to share?
I just schedule lenders. I have some buyers and they want to meet with all 4 lenders I suggested. So, I just put in schedule lenders for the buyers from 1 to 2 and it did it. That's super.
Did it put it in your calendar or? All right. Do you have the Gemini app?
I'm downloading it right now.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
I think I'm mad.
Into it.
That's how techy I am. I have the Gemini, but I have far than
Awesome.
I have.
Tech.
You are techie. So the Gemini app is not like OpenAI's. It doesn't have like have you guys heard the OpenAI one, the ChatGPT one? it's like scary realistic. Like it's just a ChatGPT app, but it's just so, you know, check this out. Oh, oh, how are you doing today?
Hey there, I'm doing really well. Thanks for asking. Always happy to chat and dive into whatever you got on your mind. How about you? How's your day going?
Going pretty good. What did we work on last night in coding?
Glad to hear your day's going well. So last night we were diving
Is that
into the
realistic?
Telnex.
Sorry, I interrupted you.
No worries at all. I was just saying we were basically figuring out those initial steps to switch things over from the OpenAI real-time TTS to the Telnex setup. We started looking at which files we might need to change, like the MyWebhook.js file, if it's just some environment settings. So that's where we left off, just getting our starting steps lined up.
So obviously that is scary. That's ChatGPT. And then the other scary part of it is this. Look, so I can turn my camera on once it turns on. Watch this. This is going to freak y'all out. I don't think I have my. Turn my camera on. What am I looking at right here? Hey, what am I looking at right here?
See your camera feed. Looks like I'm seeing a screen with some code on it, kind of like you got your development environment open. If there's anything specific you want me to focus on or help you with, just let me know.
How many people are on this side of the room?
So from what I can see, it looks like you've got about 8 people sitting on that side of the room. They seem to be kind of spread out and working on their laptops. So nice little group you got there.
What color shirt is the lady in the front row wearing?
I'm ready to be your voice.
So the lady sitting right there in the front row is wearing a black shirt. Looks like she's focused on her phone or laptop right now.
Oh, that's creepy.
What do you think she's doing? She's a realtor. It is.
Well, given that she's a realtor and she's got her phone out, she's probably multitasking a bit, maybe checking email or looking at some listings. Realtors are always on the go, so I wouldn't be surprised if she's just juggling a bit of business during the session.
So the reason I want to show you that is because if you don't use your ChatGPT voice feature, it's a game changer. Another thing that it can do, I will show you. Another thing that it can do is script role play. You could just say, hey, let's do some role play. Let's do some scripting. You're going to act like this kind of client. Let's go. And then ring, ring, and it'll role play with you back and forth. Did you figure it out? So all it is just it's just a little blue button right there on the bottom right. And you can change the voice, customize it. But Gemini, not that I know of, do you know if it does, Alex, by any chance? Well, never mind, it does. Go live. Guys, y'all have got to turn on your Gemini voice. Yeah. Set me a reminder for tomorrow at 1 p.m. and add it to my calendar that I need to get ready for transmittal.
I set a reminder for you for tomorrow at 1 p.m. to get ready for transmittal, and I've also added it to your calendar.
See, look at this. So I just told it. So I opened up Gemini and it's already on my calendar right there, right where the mouse is. That's cool. So when you open up the Gemini app, it's this little button right here. And if I were you, I would get used to talking to it, email, reminders, tasks, those kinds of things. Yes. You have to, on the top right up here, choose your profile and switch it. Here's another deal as realtors. What's the weather?
Welcome back.
What's,
Before we get started, let's
hey,
pick a voice.
I'm
You
good.
can always change my voice and
Hey,
settings later.
hey, stop.
Okay, I'm
Hey,
here whenever you're ready.
what's the weather gonna be like today so I know how to dress?
All right. Today in Kansas City, it's looking mostly cloudy with a high of 86 degrees. The chance of rain is pretty low, but you might want to grab a light jacket, just in case.
So the Google Gemini also has the camera feature on. When you turn that voice on, you can turn the camera on. And that's pretty cool because you can also like like if you guys are gonna have it analyze a document, instead of scanning it to yourself and uploading it, you could literally just pull the document out right there. Let's try it. I'm gonna turn Gemini on, then I'm gonna turn this camera on right here.
Oh, I don't have access to your camera yet.
Hey, take a look at this document and tell me what it says. Are you there?
Okay. Yes, I'm here. It looks like the document is a letter about a change in the terms of the agreement. Is there something specific you'd like to know about it?
Nope. What is this I'm looking at? I want to test this.
This looks like a document about Gemini.
Oh,
The
okay.
text is a bit.
All right. So it wasn't the best, but you can use it to um, do anything. I mean, it's just stupid things like you can turn your camera on with your refrigerator and say, take a look at my refrigerator, take a picture of this, and let's see what I'm low in, and then go to the grocery store, make me a list, grocery shopping list, whatever, things like that. But the thing that I wanted to show you guys is how we spoke to the Gemini audio, set me an event on my calendar, get ready for transmittal, and it appeared. I wonder if it can delete it. Let's do this. Hey, delete my appointment on my calendar for tomorrow at 1 p.m. to get ready for transmittal. Just go ahead and delete that.
Okay, you want to delete an event called Get Ready for Transmittal. Do you want to make these changes right now?
Yes.
Okay, it's done.
It's gone. So the cool thing is you can also have it rescheduled. So the whole point is like these tools are amazing typing, but being able to talk to it is so cool. Is it working for you? Okay. Um, let's you got to log into your KW email address, that picture on the top right. I'll show it to you here in a little bit. I don't know that mine says pro in my phone either. Not sure. Let me check.
I mean, I think I can do all this.
Yeah, mine doesn't say pro. Yeah. It doesn't say pro like here. It just doesn't have the space on your phone. There you go. All right. So share your goodies, Miss Shelby. Let's mastermind. What do we got?
So Tom sent me a picture of Franklin's dog, and we're having a memorial made for him. And there was a fence in the background, and so I asked Gemini to take the fence out. And look at that. It's gone.
Where was it?
There was a fence right here. And it's gone. And my mom just asked me to do that last night, and I was just thinking, oh my gosh, how am I gonna figure this out on Canva?
Let me know when your chores are done. It makes your dishes clean.
Yeah. Well, here's the cool thing is one of the thing, one of the one of the one of the things in here, guys, is one of the oh yeah, right here on the second page, you can take a picture of an empty house, and it says use AI image tools to virtually stage the home. So you can have an empty house and ask Gemini to virtually stage it, and it looks amazing. Should we try that real quick? Just to mess with it.
I tried that in ChatGPT, but then it kept redoing the room not the right shape. So,
Yeah.
I decided to try it here.
Yeah, I don't know. This will be interesting. Picture of an empty. We're just gonna literally, like right here. So this would be a perfect image. We're gonna copy image. Go to Gemini. Oh, where is it? And we're just gonna paste it in there. Control V, and then we're gonna say, stage this home for me. For a couple in their early 30s with 3 kids, just to see what it does. What I heard about Gemini, because you guys have to understand that ChatGPT it's a young kid now. It's like a teenager. But Google Gemini has got all of Google image library trained on it. So it's definitely going to be superior when it comes to image generation because Google is like the master. Check this out. That came from, where is it? That came from that. That's pretty good, isn't it?
That's very good.
That doesn't look too bad, does it?
Alex is
I don't know. I'm sure you can tell it. Like, let's do that. Remove the blue chair, or make the chair or the blue chair to match Keller Williams red.
Wow, that's really incredible.
That is cool, man.
Wait, now can you download that image?
Yeah, right here, download.
So like there's no reason to ever pay for any of the lines.
No.
You know those like AI, like they send you
Yeah.
ads like
Yeah.
for
Yes.
yeah.
And by the way, just so you guys know, all AI generated imagery is free. It's not copyrighted. It's free for you to use. So you guys remember Lonnie talking about how he faced something that where they use an image or whatever? Ask Gemini to generate one for you. One last thing that I want to finish, you guys, because obviously you guys can toy around with all this, but one of the things that I was going to say is, check this out. So this is going to be mind blowing. Let's ask it to turn this graphic into a video where turn this graphic you generated into a video. Now we're going to have fun with it, but you can do whatever, where the red chair flies away. I doubt it can do that, but let's just do something crazy here. But the whole thing is just to show you the horsepower of it, and then we need to be done. But I just wanted to touch base here about all this. Oh, now it said it can't, but watch this. So one of the things we're going to do is we're going to copy this, and we're going to copy this. Does everybody know about your clipboard manager folder? Control. Does anybody know how to copy, the shortcut for copy and paste? Control C, and how do you paste? There's a clipboard folder. Control C is how you copy it, and it puts it into the folder. So you can hit Windows V instead of Control V, and it brings us this whole folder, and all of the things that you have copied are right there. And you just click on it, and it'll put it in there. So one of the things that I want to do is go to Tools and create videos with VO. VO is Google Gemini's video created aspect. So VO is one of the coolest video makers. So now we're going to paste the text, paste the image, which by the way, I didn't get. So let's go back over here and grab it real quick. Oh, you have to upload it. Well, let's just use my honey. She's right there. Easy target. Turn this into a video and make it her smiling in slow motion. Which, by the way, cool thought. If you guys have an amazing picture of the front of a house, you can tell it to turn it into a video, like the wind blowing and the sun shining, the birds flying. So it'll take a picture of a house and basically animate it for you. So whatever this video looks like, I'm sorry to my honey. But we'll end it with this. But I just wanted to show you guys a little bit of horsepower. And this is built in, but just remember the main thing about Gemini is that it's basically within our entire KW platform, because of our Gmail is very, very, you guys see all the spam stuff. It's very, very security, based. So whatever you generate in Gemini stays with KW in a sense. So why don't we, you guys are AI enthusiasts now, take next Monday to come back and we can mastermind on the cool things that you guys came up with. Let's see this. Look at that, guys.
Wow,
That is
really
crazy. Watch this. That's scary. It took that image. That is scary. Because what a lot of people are doing, they're taking like old grandma, grandpa pictures from the black and white, they're colorizing them and they're making them move like a video. You see people crying, "Ooh," kind of thing. So, anybody have an closing thought as we finish? Yes. Yes.
My daughter does not smile in photos. And I just asked her this, hey, can you make this photo where my daughter's smiling? And it looks perfect.
No.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, here. Check it out.
That is epic.
So that's the original. And then that's like it looks pretty darn good.
Oh my gosh.
Whoa.
That's so funny. I literally threatened Rhett with his life this morning if he wouldn't smile in a picture.
Everybody look at this.
Or
That's the before. That is crazy.
Oh my gosh. Ah.
Wow, it's like a lot of fights. It's one good photo. Yeah.
So, which brings up a good closing point. I would love next Monday, we can mastermind the cool ways Shelby come up with some cool stuff. And we can mastermind. And again, next Monday could be about capturing ideas because these are really powerful tools. But the other thing, Jake's example brings up a good point, which is ethically, this just goes to a whole different place. Like when you're dealing with clients, when you're dealing with truth, because AI is a truth bending, like when you have an image, what's a picture is worth what? 1,000 words. So is that how it goes? Picture's worth, yeah, picture's worth 1,000. Sounds weird when you pause in between, it's like 1,000 words. But think about it, like if you generate an image, you don't falsify anything or anything like that. Staging an image or a house, that's cool. But the power of this is really scary, very scary. Like you can literally take an image and say, have them looking angry at me, and it'll make somebody look angry. Like you can just falsify just about everything. And so obviously, handle this responsibly. But I think next Monday, we'll have Nanette logged in. We'll come back here. I'm kidding with you, Nanette.
You need to log me in here.
We will.
Like 6 times
But-
to do it.
No problem. So any closing thoughts? Anybody? Any closing thoughts? Anybody?
That's fantastic stuff.
Cool. Good. And by the way, don't forget to tell it to you can upload 3 or 4 pictures of a house. You can tell it to, generate flyers, all this kind of stuff. That's probably the only thing I was a little bit skeptical about with Canva, because AI is going to quickly replace Canva in a sense that You're just gonna be able to tell it, and here's this picture, turn it into such and such. Here's the data points, here's the key metrics, whatever you want, like flyers, all this kind of stuff. And you can upload a knowledge-based document with all of your contact information. Southland Partners' logo, all this kind of stuff. Generate a flyer for me using this house. It'll already have your logo and your contact info. We did that with Nanette. We went from our class a couple weeks ago right into her office, and she wrote her first Facebook post that was ChatGPT generated, and she posted it. So next Monday, we're gonna have a lot of fun with this tool, because by then I'm gonna come up with some even cool ways, and we can mastermind the cool ways to use this. So thank you guys. And I think today was less painful than last week. So, all right, thank you guys.
Did get locked in. I don't know how that happened, but I'm sure Mr. Cesar